got to the hostel. If you don't have money when you're in school, what do you have? What do you have? Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joe, and if you're just new to my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's do this again. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joe, and if you're just new to my channel, please don't forget to like, also subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get notified so YouTube can notify you whenever I post my video. I'm sincerely sorry that I'm not able to post. I'm so sorry. I've been busy. I've been doing some things, getting my head straight. But today I'm here and I'm back. Like, let me stand up slowly. We are back. Yes, today I'm talking about my university experience. Yeah, my first university experience. It's going to be very interesting, thrilling, amazing. So just look at me. Look at me. Look at me. My hair also. This gets thin time. Oh, it's not even dried. So if you have watched my first YouTube video, if you have not, I'm going to drop the link, or just keep the link in the description box below so you can go check it out. But if you have, then you should know that I'm a student of Abia State University, a student optometrist. But for you to gain admission into a Nigerian university, first of all, you must have your either WAEC, NECO, GC. Yes, WAEC, NECO, GC, and also you must write the JAM, the Joint Admission Matriculation Board exam. You must write that particular exam. You must pass at least from 200 above to be able to be qualified into a university. Then, well, some universities do write post-UTME, while some don't. But for my school, we wrote post-UTME, so they'll give you a time, a date for you to come to write your exam, and you have to score at least 50%. I'm not saying you should score at least 50%. It's not like you can score 50% though, because you know that in Nigerian University we have higher chance. Like there's a higher chance of being admitted, or yes, if you score more than 50%. But if you are saying okay, you want to rely on that 50%, you might not get admitted because of the number of students that are applying for that particular course, especially when the course is competitive. So you must try to get at least 60 above. Yes, 60 above. So if the school is saying 50, just know you should go to 60 or 70 or 80 or even 100. Yes, you can do it. So I used WAEC I used only WAEC because my WAEC was okay. I didn't write GC, I didn't write NECO. But if you want to write GC and NECO, it's fine. But I wrote only WAEC. So I used WAEC, I wrote my JAM, then I went to the school and I wrote my post-UTME. I think I waited for like a week or two. I don't know, I can't remember. Then I got my results online. It was then I went to print my results, print all of my documents, and get everything ready. So was it December? Yes. Although school started, they already started school around that November or October, I can't remember, so I don't know. But I went to school around December. I just went to check to see how it's going, and also because I really don't know how the school fees is being paid. I was just getting different answer that you can pay your school fees in the school, you can pay in the bank. So like, don't pay in the bank, oh, come directly to the school. So I said okay, let me just come to the school to get inquiries and information before I start processing anything. So I met one of my colleagues. I met one of my colleagues, yes, online on Facebook. I chatted her up. I told her that I want to just come to the school to just see how things are. So she accepted. I think she had paid her school fees, she has her room then and everything. So I stayed with her. So I actually stayed with her. Hey, this camera is not really straight. Just put it very well. Yeah. So I actually stayed with her. The first day when I got to the school, like, it was really stressful because when I got to the school, I was calling a number. Jesus, a number was not going. And I don't have anybody to stay with. So later I tried before a number went through. So I She gave me direction. I took bike to a hostel C, and that's the hostel I'm staying in now. So when I got to the hostel, it was then I realized that I don't want to stay in the hostel, because when I was coming to school, I already made plans that I'm not going to stay in the hostel. I'm not going to stay in the hostel. But it was then I realized that I'm not going to stay in the hostel. The hostel was really bad smelling. So I was complaining to her that so stage, like, you have not seen anything. Now wait till the next morning. You will see girls that will come and mess the place up for you very well. You will see the things. You will know that you're already in a school. I had to swallow my spit. So what I did was that I had to take my phone, video the whole thing, both those things that used to be inside toilet, those ogbono, all those, you know, that thing now that's inside toilet. I video everything. You know those things I videoed. I just sent to my mommy on WhatsApp, sent to my sister. My sister was just saying God forbid. You know now Nigerian parents, when they see like Nigerian African mother, now when they see that kind of thing, oh yeah, go and buy the door, go and buy salt, go and buy insecticide, buy Rambo, buy this one, make sure you wash your bigogo, make sure you do this, make sure I say, mommy, calm down now. But I know it was necessary, but my mom was just overdoing it. African mothers, they like to do something. So the child don't want you to catch the infection. So I was not ready to catch the infection. The first 2 days I stayed, was it 2 days or 3? I can't remember. But the first 2 or 3 days I stayed in that hostel, like seriously, I didn't go to toilet, I didn't poo, I didn't pee. I was only eating. Why? Because it's not because I cannot poo or pee, but when you see those stuff, your shit will just run inside. This thing will just run inside. Even your pee will just run inside. Hey, so I stayed for like 3 days without going to toilet. Who me? I can never stay 3 days without going to toilet. But in that school, I stayed 3 days without going to toilet. So when I got to the school, I collected a note. Good student. Yeah, I collected a note. I copied it. I was fully prepared to resume January after I've gotten all the information that December. School finally opened January. So I went after the school opened January. I went to school from my house. I stay in Akwa Ibom State. So the journey was not really long, except sometimes maybe if there's traffic. Is there always traffic? Yes, at least on a norm I'm supposed to be in school in 4 hours. 4 hours. I supposed to spend 4 hours on the road, but sometimes I spend more than that because of the bad road. So when I got to the school, I still stayed with Chidema because I had to process some of my things. She was really helpful in terms of accommodation. Later, I went to the cyber cafe. This student affairs. Yes, they call it student affairs. I went to the cyber cafe. Don't mind me, I've forgotten a lot of things because of this corona. I don't even know anything again in my school. So I went to this cyber cafe. I processed my school fees, paid everything. Okay, I paid my school fees at NSC. They come and I don't know if it's NSC or Gouda or 7 Up. But that they used to call it NSC. I don't even know what it means. So I paid my school fees there at the bank and did everything. So it was later I got my own room, but it was still in the same hostel, but not in the same block. Like the building, the block. That's like 3 blocks. Yes, a block here, block, and another block here. So I was in this side of the block. But before I came to school, let me not tell you something that happened. Before I came to school, I've been praying that God, please, I've been hearing about, because my sister used to gist me about, if you don't have good roommate, voila, people will suffer 1 year. So I was like, hey God, please just give me good roommate that like the, even if we cannot be good 100%, we still have our character that we have to exhibit, but at least somebody I can vibe with, somebody I can understand, that can also understand me, and we can also have peace. That was my prayer point though. When I acquired my room, I did everything. I locked the room, swept the room, because nobody had packed in. None of my roommates have packed in, and I can't stay alone. So I continued staying in with Chidima. So later I decided to go and check if anybody is there. But before that, after I swept the room, I particularly kept we use bunk up and down. So I like down bunk. So I kept that place specially for myself. At least in my own school, if you come early in a particular room, you are first in the room, you can actually choose if you want to stay in the up bunk or down bunk. Then maybe you write a note or create like a sign that somebody has taken that particular place. So I created that particular sign. No, listen. I created that particular sign to stay there. So later I went back to check the room, and I noticed that the padlock I used to lock that room, it has been removed. Hey, hey. So I did sense, and I entered the room. When I entered the room, I noticed that somebody has parked in number one. It's not a problem, oh, for you to park in. I was really happy that okay, someone has finally parked in, because I saw the person's load, person did arrangements. I said, oh, this person is, she's a big girl, oh, you see her load. So the funniest thing was that she like placed her bed where I kept my space, that particular place I prepared for myself. She took that particular place. I was now mad. I had to call like my friend Chidima. I had to call her roommate. We were now in my room. So I now finally packed my things. I see somebody's there already. I packed it. They helped me pack it there. So we're now in my room now. So I was like, if this girl come in, I'm going to throw a load outside. Who is she? I was not talking like, you know, trying to feel myself. She's not like putting mouth. Yes, who's she? Why would she come and take your space? When you have taken the space already, we're going to show her. As we're like ranting, the babe just enter inside the room. As the babe just enter inside the room, like everybody just kept quiet. See, also we're like saying that we're going to show this girl. When this girl enters inside, we've been greeted her. Hey, good. After we already shout finish, after we already make mouth, we don't greeted her. So my Chidima and her roommate now left. I was now left alone with the room. And I told the guests, silence, like even mellow my voice. Please, this is my space. So the thing that made that like amuse me was that immediately I just told the girl that this is my space. Like, man, the girl was like, okay, oh, she just took her bed. She was like foam, her bed foam now, because my bed foam was there already. So she just took her bed foam, transfer it to the other bunk down. I was looking at this babe, she didn't even complain, she didn't even do anything, she was just calm. But later that girl, we became close. So we actually made spaghetti that night. We ate, we introduced ourselves, we talked. Like, we're supposed to be 4 in a room, so we're expecting the other 2. Maybe they have not resumed that time. So finally they resumed. So we are like 5 in that room. I can't really explain why we are 5 in that room, but we are 5 in that room. Optometry, nursing, medicine, HIR, and economics. So I was really happy that we're just different discipline, because I was just praying that I don't want to stay with any of my course mate or any of my colleague in a particular room. I don't know why. I just don't feel like I should stay with my colleague. Even if I stay with Chidema as my colleague, but I know I don't feel that I want to stay with my colleague in my own original room. The thing is that if you're in a hostel, let me tell you now, if you're in a hostel, make sure number 1, you wake up very early. What did I say? Wake up very early. Unless you know, number 1, you know, go to lecture early. And even if you wake up early, please try to prepare early. Maybe if you are this type of person that used to dress for 100 hours, you take 100 hours to dress. Please change that mentality once you get to school. The best thing you should do that. For me, what works for me is that I prepare my clothes, the clothes I'm going to wear. I don't like wearing rough clothing, so I like ironing my clothes in the night. So I prepare my clothes in the night, then hang them. Then the next morning when I'm done, I just wear them. I know that this is the clothes I'm going to wear this particular day. So every evening I do that. Every evening. Then waking up early, why I told you to wake up early is because if you don't wake up early, they say you wake up around 8. By the time you wake up, you get to the bathroom is already filled. And by the time you're telling a particular girl that please after you is me, or she'll tell you that no, that after her is another person. There's something in my hair. After her is another person, and when you not tell the person after that, they don't tell you that no, after me is another person. Before you know now, time has gone. You go for lectures late, or you attend your lectures late, and you will stand during lectures, and it's not really funny. You will not understand anything. Sorry. If you're going for lectures later and stay at the back and you feel that okay, you have come to school, it's a lie. So if you really want to get or stay in the front at the lecture hall. Make sure you wake up early, please, at least around 5 or 6. Wake up very early, do your morning devotion, do other things you want to do. The school was really stressful for me, because even up till now I'm not even done submitting all my documents. Like, you have to go to the cyber cafe to pay, or you go to the cyber cafe to pay for a particular fee, maybe your departmental fee or any other thing. Get the print the invoice, go to NSC, whether NSC or Star or Gouda. You go there and go and stamp it. And that stamping is not like you go there and go and stamp it though. That stamping of something can take you almost a month to stamp. I'm telling you, people that are in that school will tell you that some people have not even stamped their school fees receipt now. It's no joke. Some people have not even stamped their school fees receipt, because you go there, somebody will be telling that there's no network. You will see crowd that want to just stamp paper, and the person in charge will say there's no network. You will stay for almost like 3 hours. You will miss your lecture. As a new student, you will miss your lecture. So that's not even only the only thing that is even there. You still have other fees you have to pay, and you have to follow the same procedure. So everything just really stressful. And again, the distance from the, if you are staying in lodge, is also far. If you are staying in hostel, still the same thing, because it's really frustrating. The distance from the hostel to where you gonna have your lecture, whether your lecture room or lecture east or whatever place you're having that lecture, is really far. For me, it's really far. I don't know for another person. No, it's not even about how far it is. Sometimes you get to a particular building, they will tell you that that place is not where you're having your lecture. It's from here to Mushi. You reach Mushi, they'll tell you that it's not that place, it's from there. Before you now run around. There was even a particular time, like, when you're in year one, you are likely to have classes together with other departments, like optometry, pharmacy, nursing, engineering, and other science departments. Maybe they can just pay 6 departments can have lecture together. Maybe you're having like biology, you can have lecture together in a particular lecture hall. So if you don't go early, imagine in a discipline you have over 200 students. So tell me, if you don't go early, how will you be able to understand? How will you be able to secure a seat? You will not be able to secure a seat. So all those things are really stressful. There was even one time like that. They told us that we're having what was that course safe? So we had to go to, all of us, those 6 departments, we trekked. Like, the school is trekking. It's as if you are going from what was that place that is one thing that we did in secondary school, like that endurance journey. We trekked from Lekki phase 1 to Lekki phase 2, all because of we go and register. That one is secondary school. I'm just imagining that thing now. Example, do not tell that 6 department that you're having a class in a particular building. You get to that building, maybe peradventure you're not see seats, you're not staying. Okay, since even if you come early, sometimes you're not even opportunity to get seats. That is so frustrating. Like, I don't even know. Sometimes maybe you should just go and buy your own seat and carry it on your head and go, because you won't see seat. So when we get there now, the course rep of a particular department said that, oh, the lecturer has changed venue, it's no longer here, it's there. Come and see race. A whole 6 departments, 6 we were running. Like, the school is like road, it's like main road. National Stadium, what is National Stadium safe? We were running, some people were flying. So it makes sense, we should just fly the school and reach. Fat people, will even run past you that you are slim. You think you can run? Hey, come and see race that day. Hey, me on my own, I don't say God. I tend to think that if I don't run, I'll stand though. Come and see me that day. I turned to an athlete by force. I ran like this. Ran to that particular place. But thank God it was not a fake news. If not, everybody was exhausted. Especially when you're in the medical department, it's not really easy. It's not really easy when you're in medical department. Like, you just finish a particular course, or a particular course, you run down to another building entirely just to just attend to another lecture. You run down to another building. By the time you are now really exhausted, they have drained you, that the school have known that they have drained your blood. Your course rep will now come and send message on WhatsApp. Your course rep will now come and send you message that you are now having practical. That the lecturer just said we should have practical that day. You have to run down to your hostel to get your lab coats, get your practical manual, then run back to the lab. Do you know, please, the way I'm saying it, just as if I'm just running here and there, you will not understand. I don't know how to explain. Annoying part is that sometimes when the course rep will tell you that by the time you get to your hostel, get your material and you're coming back, you notice that some students are already they are going back to the hostel. You're like, what happened? And they say it has been cancelled. Why did this want to just frustrate students, innocent students that just came to learn? That's not even only the part though. If you want to go to school, you must have money. Money is important. Money is not it's not the root of all evil in school. If you are doing money the root of all evil, you will just you will broke. You must have money, but make sure that when you're having the money, you must have it legally, right, please. So I was saying, by the time you're not asked the thing that like some students that don't really have, when we're having practical, we get down, they will now start assessing you. If you don't have your lab coat, if you don't have your manual, you can't enter. And it's really heartbreaking to see some of your colleagues, you can't do anything about it. It's really heartbreaking to see some of your colleagues standing outside while other people are inside, or it's really heartbreaking for you to be outside while other people are inside learning. So money is really important. That's why you have to pray so that God can provide for you, your parents, or even send helper. Yes, helper to help you out, because money is really important in school. Don't let anybody deceive you. Money is like the ultimate. If you don't have money when you're in school, what do you have? Hey God, I just remember staying in the hostel. You are privileged to do everything. You have everything in your hostel, where you hang your clothes, where you bathe. But the only thing you're not privileged to have is fetching, like you have your own water inside your own room. No, you have to fetch water outside. And that imagine almost 200. What am I saying? What is 200? Like we have a place they called waterfall. That particular place, they had this like 6 or 8 GP tanks with different taps. So like everybody, both the boys, the girls that are staying in the hostel, there are different hostels, you come outside to fetch water in that particular place, waterfall. So imagine you are coming back from a lecture. Like I came back from a lecture. The one particular time I came back from a lecture, one of my colleagues, we came back from a lecture. After receiving so many lectures, we went for practical. We came back, we were hungry, drained, exhausted, everything that you know you can call. We were just that. Planning that we just come and fetch water. We're new students now, we don't know what's up. When we got to that waterfall, see crowd. Hey God, you must say anything. Let's see one time, me and my roommates, we stayed in that particular place. We got there around 4. We stayed at that waterfall till around 7 to 8. What are you saying? The annoying part is that some guys will not be doing big boys. They came late. They will not stay at the line. They want to come and fight people at the front. And if you don't allow them fetch, they will now off the tap. They will say nobody's fetching. They're trying to form Jagaban. Guy, go and stay on the line. Other people stay on the line. They will not agree. So sometimes it's really God. You come back from school, you left home around 7. From 7 to 8, you have not eaten anything. You are struggling to fetch water after coming back from lecture, because if you don't fetch that water, how are you going to bathe the next morning? You want to bathe with pure water, or you want to start boiling water? No, you have to fetch it. How are you going to cook? How are you going to wash your clothes? So you just got to So you got to fetch the water. Sometimes you just stay hungry, and there's one important thing, please, I'm begging you, if you're in school, be mindful of what you eat. Like, I got sick because of eating, like eating anyhow, because I feel that I got really sick. So it went on like that. That's just my daily routine. Your daily routine just have to wake up very early. Yes, you have to wake up very early, get to lectures, attend lectures, get assignments, go for practicals, come back, fetch water, cook. Like, you're not really stable. Once you get to university, you're not really stable. Everything is just work. That I actually made few friends. Please, if you're in school, don't go to school with the mind that you want to make friends, you want to just make friends so you can be popular. No, don't do that. Yes, you have now to plan. Yes, planning is very, very important. Sometimes that plan, yes, it's good to plan, because before you wake up the next morning, the night before the next day, plan, get the journal, get the book, anything writable, plan your day. I know sometimes those plans might be altered, but it is still very, very important to plan your day. So my experience in school was really, really stressful, was really, really sweet, was really amazing, because I met few people. I was able to know some people character in a short while, because some people can actually show their character, while some people, they take time to show their real character. So you have to be very, very careful. And again, if you like attending night class, yes, to the night class people, night class gang, if you know that you cannot attend night class, please stay in your hostel. Don't come to the night class and come and be sleeping and be disturbing somebody. Friends that have that vibes for reading, so that they will help you. So that maybe, because if you go for night class now, and you see friends that your friends are not sleeping, they are agile, they are so they are conk night class, babe, yeah, you too, you don't want to sleep because you be embarrassed. That's just the truth. What other thing do I have to say again, sef? Not really much. As I said before, university is the kind of place that is stressful. You cannot just expect everything, but just trust the process. Trust this process. You get used to it. Your body will get used to it. You will be lean. You will be lean. You come to school fast, fresh. Oh, come, better. You will be lean. So expect to be lean. Um, yeah, they're always, like, when I was in school, there are always some types of activities. Like me, I'm not a kind of party freak person. So there was some types of activities in school. Like when I was in school, I experienced this Mugabe, whatever, what they call it, safe parties, some parties. If you want to go to party, you can go. I'm not advising anybody on that one, but I'll advise you don't go. But it's your choice. Anything you want to do, it's your choice. Just make sure you know what you are doing. Make sure you're using your head. Make sure you still remember your goals and objective of coming to school. That's just it. What again have I not talked about? What have I not talked about? Yes, limit your spending. It's very, very important. Limit your spending. Why I said so? Because when you're in school, you get to see so many things, like clothing, so many shoes, so many jewelries, makeup things, so many things that will come around your hostel, so many shops, so many new things. You see them, things you have seen before, things you might have not seen before, things you're just saying, because I know that every school have their own particular thing. Like my own school now, they call bread and egg mishai. What's mishai? What's mishai? Just bread and egg. What limit your spending? Even, I'm not saying you should not buy clothes. Like when I was in school, when I got to school, like after some time, after I've done some of my things, I know I still have little change. I bought clothes. So I bought clothes, I bought other things. Why I'm saying limit your spending, because I really learned a lot of lessons from that. When I was in school, I was really spending so badly, and it really affected me. Yes, attend church. All of you that don't go to church, when you go to school, you don't go to church. Attend church. Go to church. Church is very important. Church is very important because you need God in your life. You need God in your studies. You need God, because without God, you will not have that strength to walk from your hostel to lecture room and run back to lab, then run back, then come back and fetch water in waterfall, then go and cook food, then go and make plans for the day, then prepare, then So you need God in your life. You need to pray. Have a prayer team. Prayer teams are very, very important. Like sometimes in my roommates, we do pray and so. So I think there's no other thing I have to say again. I'm done and I'm done and I'm done and I'm done. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying. Thank you for subscribing. So if you have any questions, you can keep it in the comment box. Maybe there's something I missed, you want to hear, you didn't hear. You can actually keep it there. I'm going to answer you. Thank you so much. See you in my next channel. In my next video. You're wasting time. Like, please, if you want to just subscribe, please do.